I guess we go for the Observer. I suppose we'll do that in the morning. Get the alloys for it. Then hopefully we don't take too much damage here and we can pretty much head off almost straight away to the next cleaner site. Way over there. It's like a day away, man. Take that out. Do the weapons, I think, right? So we'll see if the normal cleaners have their normal weapons and just the aliens got a fancy weapon, or if they've all got fancy weapons. Because the one with the armor, I don't think those cleaners had anything fancy on, unless like just the Kevlar vest is what I meant by having additional armor. In which case, we'd probably be okay skipping the little cleaner facilities at this point and going straight for the HQ. Yeah, this is just a standard UFO type thing. Alright, with a cool local forces guy. Hello, local forces. Oh yeah, civilian. Nice. Hi, hello. I will... yeah, I'll take a shot. Why not? 95% is pretty okay. Bam. Melt some of the armor. Take a more basic shot, 65%. There's the Overwatch. Took out a hedge. Well done. And we scoot to the side. And since you've shot, Crazy Taco, go for the kill. You're suppressed. Fun enough, I suppose. Just a little pop, pop, pop. There we go. They're kind of healthy, but nothing too terrible. I do... oh, hey, you've got, like, extra armor. I do see, by the way, because I keep getting comments about it, I do see that there's the white corner there of the cover, and that means that we're not getting any cover from that angle. Like, I do see that. I do get it. Most of the time, though, there's nothing you can do about it. Like, it just is what it is. It is a little bit strange, though, this entire system, like, all of it. Mini rant here. Like, we're on the corner here, right? And there's, like, nothing to indicate the other sides, which means that, like, definitely there's no cover there, but because there is white cover here, would kind of almost lead you to believe that there's a bit of cover, but you're not getting the full effectiveness of the piece of cover. But that's not what it's getting at. It's just saying, like, yeah, that corner piece that has no cover doesn't have any cover. Unlike this, where it just says just the one thing. Like, a little bit misleading. I do also know the, well, I do know now, at least, the gray cover markers are, they will become cover once the current cover is destroyed. So, like, right now the first fence is in the way, and then the trough thing, and then that next brick wall. So the logic there being that, like, if you're doing a big burst fire thing, you gotta maybe get through all of that stuff to finally get a clean shot. And it's just like going off of the highest percentage number type thing, which for the most part seems to be fine. I'll have to keep an eye on the like 20% and 40% and all that stuff. Like here's an example. I was looking for like a wood fence, but we don't have fences here. Where the 40%, like the guy's not in the way. I think he will still be in the way, though, because friendly fire chances, I'm pretty sure, is always going to be a thing, but regardless. The 40%'s in the way, and when we destroy the 40%, and now the 20% guy is now in the way, and now they're being rolled, even though they're closer to me. And it shouldn't be working like that. Like, it logically doesn't make any sense, like, at all. But because of the way that this game has the accuracy going and the aiming system, it has to do stuff like that just to, like, kind of sort of work. So, like, the thing is in the way, but now it's like, ooh, that's a higher target, that's going to be in the way, and the thing that used to be in the way is no longer in the way. It's still in the way. That's not how this works. It's such a weird system. I feel like most of this game, for me specifically, but most of this game, a lot of its issues just come from this aiming system just being the way that it is with this old school Xenonauts 1 type thing, which it was the way that it was because it had to be. There was no alternative because of the engine. But now we're in Unity, we can move past that and we can do better things. It doesn't have to be this way. When I wanted a Xenonauts 1 but in Unity, I didn't mean I wanted literally a carbon copy of Xenonauts 1 but running in Unity. I wanted Xenonauts 1 because Xenonauts 1 was quite okay overall, but with the benefits that Unity can provide, and we don't have that yet, and I'm not sure why, because it's been years. Like, actually years. Through 2 rounds of funding as well, mind. Yeah, I guess just hang out there. Like, you don't have the corner cover there at all, so the 45 degrees... If he moves past this line off to the left, he's going to get around our cover, but then the fence is a bit blocking, so I think you're kind of safe there. Worst case, we can launch a bit of smoke around and make things happen. Currently, I think I would rather get people ready for Overwatch, which is another strange system that I've got people trying to explain to me in comments. Sorry, I'm just addressing all the comments all at once. Overwatch requires you to usually have 10 minutes left over, yes, but in this game, you get your 10 minutes back at the end of the turn. All of them, half of them, I don't know. You definitely get 10 minutes back at the end of the turn, though, because we go from not being able to shoot during my turn to suddenly the enemies move and now we're shooting. It's a very weird thing. Same thing goes for the aliens, where they spent their 10 minutes doing stuff, and they're still eligible to do reaction fire against me, even though there's no way they have 10 minutes left over. I think you get most of your 10 minutes refunded at the end of your turn rather than at the start of your next turn. It's oddity. It's just a lot of oddities in this. Like a lot of oddities. We're gonna move Mango into a bit of a weird spot here. Get you to help out with whatever is maybe down there. And then, I think I keep you on the ship, actually. You're kind of okay there. You're kind of okay. You don't have any smoke, right? This is all just heavy explosive. Yeah. Yeah, it's alright. Okay. I will kneel and we'll just go for some reaction fire stuff, I guess. Get you along the wall to stay a bit safer, and get you just crouching to be a bit safer, and we'll unturn and see what happens. It's a fine enough game, Xenonauts 2. Xenonauts 1 was also fine enough. For me personally, the way that the aiming system in 1 worked, I could not enjoy it. And I was looking forward to this being a bit better with it all, which it is a bit, to some extent. The burst fires, you're suppressed. You shouldn't have any 10 minutes. It's twice now this has happened. I'm not convinced that the burst fire is accurately, like... I don't think it's counting exactly the way that it should be, considering the aim system that the game's got currently. I think it's still fudging it, and it's just like choosing random targets around rather than actually rolling per. Like, if this dude was standing back here and I did a 10-shot burst fire and I break this fence, will it actually still actively, during that burst fire, roll to see the cover breakage against this? Or will it just miss with like 9 shots and the 10th shot will hit the fence and break it, and it just hopes you don't notice? Because that's what it feels like it's doing. Can I... Pretty okay chance if we break the fence, though. Let's try it. 10 shots, Banshees. Oh, okay. Or you just annihilate him. That also completely works. Okay, so who's got medkits nowadays, by the way? Okay. Okay, all the rifles do. We just don't have any rifles up here. It's all just... Gotcha. Alright. Move up. Heal up. And hide there a minute. Your cover, we can probably destroy. Like, I would love to have just like a volley shot with this type of thing, so like it doesn't really matter where they're at, we just volley the shot, and then you have that system as well for the grenades and throwables, rather than pretending everything's a project. It's so weird. It's so weird. I have so many complaints with this. I have a lot of complaints because I want to like the game, and I have kind of expectations of what it should be by now, and I don't think these expectations are too wild considering what Xenonauts 1 was, the successful funding that this had years ago, the development time that it has had over the years, and now also this round of funding through Steam Early Access being available. I don't think I'm being too unfair. Maybe I am, though. I don't know. Okay. Push! How much map is down there? Not a lot more. It's like technically terrible cover, but... And then get Ghost Pants back in, and Luke is Zed. Get you up. So you're not covered on the right, but this like upper, for like, how does this angle work out for cover? Because we've also got this, which is technically in the way, so like you're still in cover. Technically. Gonna just flashbang you. Whee! Keep you suppressed, keep you down. I think I'll keep you here as a sniper in case there's more up there. I quite like the sniper with the armor penetrating ammo. It's actually got some pretty good punch to it. Yeah, see, he hit the cover there, so like, yeah, we didn't really have cover, but there's still a thing in the way. So it still kind of counts. Because I'm also being yelled at for not taking proper cover by people. Alright. Okay. At least they just, like, sailed by and missed. Like, it's actually just a missed shot. That's nice for a change. Suppressed him by just shooting him in the face repeatedly. And then a little babby burst. Yeah. And then a little babby burst. There we go. Well done, everyone. And then I'm taking your cover spot. Aha! Oh. Looks clear to me. Ow! 49 damage. Jeez. That's a lot of damage. No fatal wounds, though. You should definitely be bleeding out after that shot. 100%. Alright. I'm going to help you with Rayote, let's say. Okay. I thought I saw somebody run by up there, no? Ah, yeah. Okay, they were just quite a bit up there. Understood. What was your range like? It was pretty good. Yeah, like, really seriously pretty good. Like, here, I'll probably be okay. Try it. Fantastic. 100%? 94% with the basicer shot. Go for the 100%, why not? 46 damage, even though your armor is like 100%. Very nice. I'm still not sure whether I prefer just a bit of penetration or if I prefer melting through with a laser. I don't know. Like, at what point is it too much armor to bother melting through? You know? Like, because I think that's what it comes down to. Is at some point we're going to find, like, a sectopod that's just so armored that it's not worth trying to melt it down with lasers, and you may as well just go for a bit of penetration the entire time. Okay, you're very much just out in the open, but definitely have a bit of reaction fire available. That's a pistol reaction, that's fine. That's believable with the time units. I think performance was increased a lot too with the hotfix. It's not doing the stuttering so much anymore. Bam. Right in the throat. And then there's something going on down here. Mr. D spotted. But, probably don't shoot. We're gonna have you hide. And Rayot's gonna patch you up. And then run over to here and hide. And we'll deal with him next. No, we can probably pull back with Mango, actually, and get ready for him. As long as I can get you guys out and around to sort of cover this upper area. Gonna just keep you just there in the middle, so you definitely have 10 minutes for reaction. It's a nice enough looking UFO. I like the bigger ones, the big ones with like actual notable rooms that aren't just like a little fucking pantry. Maybe we also get a couple of them playing with the doors again, huh? That'd be nice. Haven't heard any doors opening and closing though. Push Lucas that up a bit more. So they're waiting. Banshees, I think I'll have you pull back and help out. Actually, Yellow Victini. I'm gonna get you down there. Because you'll have a pretty clean shot down. Yeah, not hearing the UFO doors at all. I just heard one kind of robotic sounding enemy at one point. Do we think Mr. D can do like a really cool proper fire? 19% 3 shots, that's not really super great. Let's try. Could try to run up and flashbang him, I guess. Because you've got a shot. Let's wait a turn, maybe. He hasn't really moved much this turn. I'd like him to waste a bit more of his time units. And we will push up. Those little feeding barns are pretty cool cover. Keep you... Actually, here will be a nice spot. And to potentially break any cover, Ghost Pants is ready and able. I feel like I left somebody on the ship. I am a big fan so far versus Xenonauts 1. The enemy variety that Xenonauts 2 is bringing us thus far. Big fan of that. Huge fan of it. The enemies in Xenonauts 1 were pretty flat and boring. The, like, upgraded variants was just higher health and higher damage. It was a bit lame. The way that the support enemies are working in this, though, so far, liking that a lot. I feel like some of the enemy encounters and combats will actually be a little bit engaging because they've got different supports and you have your own target priorities to take out based on the weapons that you're bringing and the skill sets that you've got. A lot of opportunity there. Fallen back. Think. Break that open so we can see in a little bit better, because I don't know what we're dealing with it. One dude was already in there, maybe there's more in there. Seems kind of bad. Like this cover, this is pretty bad cover where we're at right now because our diagonal is completely exposed by the hay bale, and there's not a lot of other stuff in the way, so like somebody running down and spotting us, we're effectively kind of screwed. I get that. I do understand it. Pushing up, man. I don't know what the robot thing was that I heard. It sounded maybe a bit new. But outside the ship is looking kind of clear. We'll get you to just like open up through the barn and go on. I think our field here is clear. I'll keep the sniper there for a moment. Everybody else just hang out and around. There's another one. I think they got an X tier of weaponry. Sure. Sure. Random things that weren't even really in the way being taken out. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta go for a bit of an aim shot. Oops. Okay. Good work, Ghost Pants. Really satisfying. That's another thing that's really nicely done, especially when they're like still in the smoke a bit, because then when the smoke clears, there's nothing left. The way they just kind of vanish into all of that is really good. Big fan of it. Looking forward to a Team Rocket someday, maybe. This is all overall quite okay though thus far the game. I just expected more, is all. It's all generally okay though. I think if you liked Xenonauts 1, I think you'd be perfectly happy with Xenonauts 2. I think it isn't really taking anything away, it's only adding more, if anything. Just a bit more, is all. Okay, let's up all the way and crouch. I think we can move our sniper back up and in. I think we might also just have the UFO left to deal with. Unless there's another guy hanging out by the hedges over here. There's that sound again. And also some particles. What's going on in there? Okay, a little room with 2 enemies. Sure. This is alright. Are those like... Oh, those are probably elevators. Or so. Alright, I'm okay with that. Let's get... Flashbang in. And then... A little bit of murder. See this accuracy system, how like messed up it is? Our chance to hit was low because of like a bit of cover and stuff, so it's just like, everything misses, and we shoot everything else that wasn't even in the way. Like, it's such a problem for me. I don't know how anybody can be like, no, yeah, this is fine. It's so problematic. I don't think I've hit the armored guy yet, right? Just the weaker, unarmored one. Thinking like, worst case, get you down. Jeez, I guess aim back here so the cover right in front of you isn't in the way. There we go, break some of his cover. It doesn't suppress him or anything, but that's fine. And then, anything to aim for where the cover right in front of you isn't in the way? No? Okay. Yeah, there's a reaction shot. Expected. Pistol? Yeah, pistol ain't too bad. Okay, let's try the burst against the armored one. Another shot. Oh, there goes our cover. Well, hey, that's not in the way anymore. Bonus, kind of. The guy in the front might be blocking it, and that's fine. Step up. Basic shot. You also missed the person right in front of you who wasn't in the way. Good. I'm glad you missed them. Or did you miss the body of the dude who's like vaporized? Maybe that's what it was. Pretty sure he's dead though. A couple basic shots because I don't think you got much left to you. And throw out a smoke. 100% chance to put the person in front of you is 25% chance blocking. So was it actually 100%? I'm calling it out every time I see like a weird inconsistency. I'm calling it out so we can all be on the same page here with what exactly I'm complaining about, because it is absolutely a problem, and I feel like half the people complaining about me complaining about it aren't actually watching or paying attention or anything. If you enjoy it, you enjoy it. That's okay, but man, you cannot sit there and say that there are not problems with this currently. Oof. It's casual 64 damage shot in the face. Ow. You alright, Rayo? Man, hardly. Okay, come over. We'll take care of all the bleeding wounds. All the damage the bleeding wounds had done. just run up to this guy. Point blank. Miss like every shot. That was probably expensive. Jeez, even the armor-piercing pistol did a pretty good number on a couple of these wall segments. Kinda surprised. I'm used to the UFO holes and, like, interiors being pretty sturdy. Teleporters to move between vertical levels. Simply move a unit onto the teleporter. Will not trigger if you walk across it, only if you end your move on it. Yeah, so you don't just, like, accidentally activate it. I don't know how that's gonna work for reaction fire, though, if, like, the system has, like, a mutual surprise mechanic in it or not. Where, like, if you both see each other on the same turn, like, on the same movement, I guess, then you won't take a reaction shot. Otherwise, you just, like, teleport up there and just get blown to bits. It's still gonna be a bit rough, though, for, getting up there, because we can't even, like, flashbang up there at all. So we just have to kind of hope. And with the camping aliens being the way they are, it's kind of like teleporting up into a bunch of turrets. There. We got him. We did it. And then you'd have to reload, so just head out. Whoa. And somebody else still had a shot. Rayout, kind of. But I think I'd rather extend our smoke. Probably get a few people passing out soon, but I'd rather just be in decent cloud cover? Basically. It's effectively a cloud, look at that. There's so much of it. I'm keeping Mr. D and Rayout back because they're so hurt. Yeah, alright, I think that's about it. I can get you up a little bit so that you can throw a flashbang or something, but... How did that shot even work? Like, what? Just, it feels so bad when you miss, because, like, the missed shot doesn't even make any sense, and it's like, yeah, the game is just like, no, you missed, you hit anything else, and it's like, not even close? Nope. Not even. Oh. So I think that's the smoke that's in the way, not the people. It should be impossible for me to friendly fire like that because we're right behind them. Oh, civilian elite fell unconscious. Nice. Good shooting. Let's get out of the smoke. With ideally everybody. Because I think the longer you're in the smoke, like, the more it starts to affect you. And it starts to really get nasty in there. I'm ticking for like 20 and 30. Okay. Yeah, 22. I think like one more turn in the smoke and you'll be passing out. Yeah. Okay. So, we're technically like completely safe here because aliens don't move around inside the ships. So we get to do a repeat of the breaching maneuver, but to a lesser extent, because there's probably not going to be like 8 or 9 guys through, which is why I want multi-room craft where the enemies are sort of split up, so you're not just going into a kill zone, because that's like my big problem with it, is the accuracy system in a scenario where it's like 5v8. It's just a mess, especially with the friendly fire suppressions that can happen after just a basic single rifle shot. Ugh. Let the smoke clear out a little more, get our energy back up a bit. Really not too hyped about the elevator thing, just like having to send up one person and hoping for the best. Somebody was using the elevators before, though. Like, there was movement. That's the sound that I was hearing. I'm almost certain of it. Technically, camping in an elevator should be a bad move because of mutual surprise in the other XCOM games. Not that this is gonna follow suit any, but you know what I mean. So, yeah, is he like not bleeding out or anything, or regenerating anymore, or how's this working? And you are thick. All right. Then yeah, get up like a proper machine gun ready for it, and we just unload into the side of this dude's face when we get up there. It's sturdy. Nailed it. Yeah, he was just sitting up there waiting to die.